Alright, it's October 22nd, 2012. We're going to talk today about Larry King's alternative presidential campaign. I just talked to Antonia Hall and left a message for Raul Rojas. And, you know, they're inviting these candidates to have this alternative debate. Raul Rojas can be reached at area code 310-283-5702 and Antonia Hall at 707-234-9738. It pretty much gave me this Miss Hall pretty much gave me a kind of a cold shoulder attitude. Although she was nice, but you could still feel the, you know, separateness of these people that work for these so-called Ora TV, O-R-A, and which is another coincidence. Ora, it kind of sounds like Aurora, very similar to the Aurora tapes I did. And so Larry King's interviewing these guys, men and women, I guess. And I'm also going to talk about the Wisconsin shooting. But on the presidential debates, I've already said that I would never do anything for the media unless they paid me the same amount of money that they paid Zapruder for the John F. Kennedy assassination. That would satisfy me and let me at least be able to leave the United States forever. But I have nothing to show. You remember in the past I've said only abused candidates should run for office because they know where all the problems are. Yesterday I was pretty angry because my YouTube had been messed with. It's still messed with. I went on there today and I put in Reality's Supreme Being before I signed in. And I had to type the whole name, one word, Reality Supreme Being, with no spaces. There's another person on there that has reality spelled with a Y. There's no Y in my Reality Supreme Being because it's plural. And I use the same S at the end of realities, which is a plural form of reality. More than one realities, tons of realities, is plural. Therefore, the end of the S on realities is used for the starting of the word supreme, and then being, of course. Now it's all one word. So when you go to YouTube, when I tell people go to YouTube, it's the same as my name. When you Google my name, HRM Caesar St. Augustine de Buonaparte, you can't get past the first 6 letters, HRMCAES, and all of a sudden my full name appears on a moniker down below in abbreviated fashion and in full fashion. And you can click on one of those to save you from having to type the rest of the name, and you go to all of my quotes, all of my hits on all of the pages that I'm on. And although newspapers mention a name to a lot of unknown obscure candidates, they never interview them, and that's really wrong. And I mean interview them in depth. They certainly don't pay them, and certainly don't invite them to speak on Larry King. Now, they're going to be having this alternative debate in Chicago at the Hilton. Now, in the past videos, I've done a lot of videos, and I've told you, warned everybody, I said, listen, I have many different varied backgrounds in professional occupations. One of them is quantum physics and chaos physics, which is a version of my own tag, my own name tag on that physics, and that everything is connected, and that in the past videos I told everybody that over the last 16 challenges to debate Romney that I've thrown at Romney and Obama, and over the period of almost 2 years I have challenged them 16 times to debate any of the major and minor candidates, meet me on stage anywhere to debate me. And they've had 16 deadlines, 30 days, sometimes more than 30 days to debate with me. The debates usually ended during a holiday. The deadlines, excuse me, not the debates. The deadlines ended on a holiday usually. That none of them were answered. So that tells me that, and I know they watch the YouTubes. There's no doubt in my mind that some of the political advisors got a big laugh off of looking at me rant and rave on YouTube, and they have no backgrounds in quantum physics at all, so they're really stupid for laughing to begin with. But remember when I said that when you refuse to even answer me on my debate challenges, that bad things would happen. I realize a lot of you are intelligent enough to know that bad things happen all the time, and shootings happen all the time in the United States, but not linked by coincidence. If you took the time and trouble, and many of you won't, to match my videos when I did them to the times of all the bad things that were happening, including tornadoes, you would find definite connections. Connections by coincidence, you'd call it, but they're not coincidences. If you know anything about quantum physics, there are no coincidences. The life and death of people matter. And when you ignore somebody and you're contributing to their death, like they're contributing to mine, then you are just as evil as the people you point fingers at, the terrorists that you point fingers at, the criminals that you point fingers at, because you're paying taxes and you're contributing in a collective way to the innocent deaths of innocent men, women, and children. This is why the media has sabotaged me. YouTube has either sabotaged me or hackers have sabotaged me. They have done everything they could to scatter my YouTubes so that you never see them. You never see them all at one time unless you know about me as HRM Caesar St. Augustine de Buonaparte, or you know me as Reality Supreme Being. Under those two names, you can only find my challenges to any of the presidential candidates, but also to all of the police forces in the United States, to all of the fire departments, to all of the city services, to all of the state services, to all of the federal services. You're all evil. And you all pay taxes in the wrong way. There's a right way to pay your tax. Oh yeah, there is. There's a 100% right way to pay your taxes and not be one of the people that I'm accusing of being a child murderer. There's a right way. Trust me. 100%. It exists. And it has existed since before taxes were charged by the federal government. So, and the government has already, they've got alternative plans. It's not like in the movie Armageddon where Bruce Willis walks up to Billy Bob Thornton and he says, "You mean this is your only plan? Oh my God, you're kidding. You don't have any people in think tanks thinking up backup plans and backup plans." No, wrong, Mr. Willis. In the movie, that's just a movie. In real life, they have it all figured out with the help of computers. They know that I'm at my age that I'm at, and they know that even if the media were to give me 100% equal attention as they've given Obama and Romney, Ron Paul, or all the candidates when they were all up there on television, that even if I was given this unscattered attention, even by YouTube, that I would be your next emperor. There'd be no doubt in my mind, because you people would be at least understanding enough to realize that there are very, very smart, intelligent people out here, and many of them have to say things that are wacky, crazy, and shocking on YouTube in order to desperately try to get that equal media attention, which I'm not getting. I never have gotten. I never will. Now the media knows this, and the Bilderberg media, the Bilderberg politician puppets, all of them, and the Bilderberg civilians, because that's what you are. You're all puppets of the Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the rich money interest of all the rich people in the world. You're puppets. You're slaves. And you will always be slaves till the day you die. I probably is one of your only chances to climb out of the slavery pit that you have made for yourselves, the pit that you have dug your own graves. Now, some of the middle class probably will all disagree with me. Well, I haven't dug my grave. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. Really? Sit down and think about it for a while. Are you really happy with the job you have? Are you really happy with all the stuff that you have? Happiness is very eluding. That's why the Founding Fathers said life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's why they mentioned that phrase. But they would never say life, liberty, and the achievement, the capture of true happiness. And I say that is possible. It has been possible for decades. But instead of listening to me, you people just, YouTube including, they scatter my name. I don't get any equal media attention, at least to tell people my name. Reality Supreme Being, you have to spell the whole word now. You have to explain to people how to type my name out. Is that how bad the education level is in the United States? Or how little you're capable of creatively coming to think of a solution of why you can't find me on YouTube? And then, of course, why you can't find me is HRM, Caesar St. Augustine de Buonaparte. I'm there. They're all 300 videos are there. And still nothing. The government knows this. And they know that even if I was given attention, equal attention between now and the presidential election, or at any time, now and on to the rest of the end of my life, that they have an alternative solution to get rid of me without killing me. How would they do that? Well, they would probably figure, oh, he's now so worn out, so beat up, we have ignored him and beat him up so badly that even if he got media attention, he'd desperately want to get out of this country and never see us again. And they're right. They win again. They've managed to do that because they did that a long time ago. You've taken my buses, my cars, my boats, my motorhomes. You've taken everything I worked so hard for to hold on to for 30 years, and I have nothing now. I have a U-Haul truck, yeah. And I don't know where to go because I don't want to rent another storage because it will only be another eviction, or what do they call it'll be another auction. They'll auction off my stuff again because something else bad will happen to me. It'll put me behind in my payments, and this just goes on and on. It's a drama that goes on and on until they rape you, and that's why I use the word rape. You of everything you've ever worked for. What am I supposed to say? That people are supposed to feel sorry for me? Or are people supposed to at least give me some money so I can leave the United States? Now, one person has shown up in 3 years in all my ranting and raving with a lot of money, a huge billful of money to say, here, leave. Now get out while you can. You people want to see me die. That's what you want. You want to see people die. You're bloodthirsty, evil, cold, callous, because I already proved it on YouTube in the last month or so, month and a half. I titled that Ambassador Stevens Dying, Naked, Raped, Ambassador Stevens. You people put 3,000 views within less than 2 days. There were like 3,200 views, more views than I've ever had in any of my videos in 3 years when I did that title. Then I said Ambassador Stevens Eulogy, 81 views. It's still 81 views right now. And that's part of that reason is because the YouTube videos are all scattered. And people still don't know about me. An equal number of people that know about Obama, know about Romney, and even know about some of the third-party candidates for president. They know more about them than they know about me. Does that sound equal press to you? So this Aura TV, O-R-A, spelled O-R-A, is just another scam. They don't represent equal press. If they did, I'd be debating those candidates. In the last debate I was in 2008, I was on a radio station. I have to reiterate this. I said this in one of my other videos, and I won all 4 debates and got more than 90% of the vote. debating 4 unknown candidates on radio, on FM radio in Kansas City. And on their radio station, I won all 4 debates with more than 90% of the vote. And that speaks volumes compared to Obama and Romney. And I talked about the Bilderberg Group and the Trilateral Commission, and people were listening there on their rush hour traffic radio. They were listening, going, why is this guy being suppressed? And why is it every time Bilderberg is mentioned or Trilateral Commission, oh, they try to detract you by mentioning skull and crossbones and Illuminati and Masons and all this crap. Those are all distractions, window dressing. The real culprits here are the rich families of the world. Asian, European, and Americas, both North and South Americas. And this is all, the evil here is money. Money's the root of all evil, or rather the love of money, the fanatical love of money, the fanatical love of procedural fanatics, eyesore fanatics. The love of all of that is the root of all evil. Instead of helping find peaceful solutions, you people only turn towards violent solutions or sexual solutions. Those are the only 2 big titles that get any attention. So what are you going to do about it? I'll tell you what you're going to do. Absolutely nothing. That's what you're going to do. And the message is really for me. All these YouTubes, all my videos, all my cars, my trucks, my possessions, all taken from me. And now no place to go again, because there's too much criteria to try to rent a warehouse. And I ask myself, do I really want to rent a warehouse here in crappy California, crappy United States of America, who has sabotaged my life for decades and taken all my property and violated my life and stole the young years of my life? All my young years have been stolen. And I'm telling you people the truth. I have nothing but struggle stories. Horrible, fanatical, struggling stories, year after year, month after month, week after week. Only people who've been abused like me should be considered serious candidates for any public office, because we know where the problems are. These candidates don't. Like I said in my other videos, do you have even 1% of what your local mayor or your governor or your presidential candidate or state legislatures, do you have even 1% of the amount of money they have in their savings account? And if the answer is no, then you shouldn't be voting for any of them, because they're interfering in your life too. They're keeping you from being able to save any money. They're keeping you from being able to successfully improve your life, like they've done to me. And so, Larry King, screw you. Screw you and screw your debate. Screw all of you. You're all evil. You don't deserve one bit of compassion. If a meteor comes and hits your planet, I won't give you any compassion. I'm just going to cross my arms and go, boy, I'm glad I lived long enough to see you all painfully suffer for all the agony you've done to me, because you cannot return my buses and cars. You cannot return everything that was the most important thing to me. And there are some other private stories that you can't return to me either. And those are the big ones, the ones that should be magnified greatly all over the world, how evil this country is to its own people. So you deserve Al-Qaeda. You deserve atomic bombs and bacterial warfare and any kind of warfare that somebody can come up with. You deserve all the shootings. You deserve all of it, because you're as evil as the politicians if you ignore me and you ignore helping me for everybody to know my story, because that is the incentive to releasing America to what it should be, according to your high-sounding fake words, because they're fake until you can make them come true. They're fake until you walk your talk. And Obama and Romney, you've never walked your talk your whole life. And you're just as evil as the Bilderbergers and all the rich families. And I hope you all suffer and catch cancer and whatever else is waiting for you.